This is a resume of a Python engineer backend. They have a ratio of 100 applications to 1 interview, and yeah, that's what we got to find out. So what we're going to be looking for a Python dev is Python SQL, any kind of SQL, again, like MySQL or PostSQL works. As long as you show that you have any SQL, we're good. Docker, Kubernetes, Django, Cloud, RESTful API, Agile, and bonus if you have the full stack. So that is TypeScript, JavaScript, and HTML, CSS. So, but that is a bonus. And again, you don't necessarily need all of these, but ideally, you should have like 90% of these. You should have Python, SQL, Docker, any kind of cloud, and APIs. So those are the most important. This person, also, if anybody needs more help than just this, they can come on my stream, ask me any questions. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. PST to about 3 hours, so about 2 p.m. PST is when I run it. And the link is below. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's see if we can't help this person out. So, formatting, again, not the best, but it's not horrible. I want to be clear. Like, there are degrees of bad. It is very important to note when reviewing these is there are degrees of bad things. Like, there is a difference between shoplifting a pack of gum and the entire building. So, this case, this is more on the pack of gum. The formatting could be a little bit better. There's too much bolding, and, it's not mine, so I'm picky for it, but regardless, this should still be 2 lines max and not that much bolded. Let's see. So, led the development of a Python-based API framework. Okay, good. Python API for an NGO chatbot that users can used React, Django, and RESTful API. Good. Is that available scalable LLMs? Solid. We don't have Docker, we don't have Kubernetes, but so far this is fine. ETL documents in AWS, AWS, Docker, Python. Yeah, I mean, these are pretty solid. I think part of the issue is, so there are a couple of things that are not just resume issues that may or may not happen. The first thing is the order in which you apply. There's a lot of misinformation about what an ATS does. Everybody's like, you got to beat the ATS. You got to beat the ATS. You got to beat the ATS. That's not true. ATSs do sort people based on their based on something, but that's the order they apply. So if you are, say, applicant number 75 and they find enough people to interview in the first 45, your resume may not get seen. So make sure you apply early and quick. The faster you apply, the better your chances. This is specifically the reason I say do not tweak this to each individual job, because it will take too long and then you'll get lower in the rankings. So what I'd like for you to do formatting wise is fix it to this and fix this to this part, because that's easier to read. So again, this is bolded, none of this is bolded, then it's your citizenship status, which is fine. Canadian citizen is good, but you should put it in that order because it's easier to read. So keyword wise, I don't think you're missing a ton. I think, again, partially, let's see, AWS Lambda ETL pipelines. Is there anything here that is particularly missing? Actually, where is SQL? Where is the SQL? Okay, all the way down there. It's possible they may not see that there. So, for an NGO chatbot that converses with you. Okay, so I like this. NGO, I assume, stands for non-government entity. I don't know if you need to put an NGO there. Maybe that's a Canadian specific thing. Again, the Canadian market is different than the United States market. So, but let's see, anything else here? No. So yeah, partly formatting, and I'm missing SQL should be here. What I would like is to, after you fix the formatting, to change this opening sentence to something that says akin to led the development of a Python-based chatbot that used AWS, RESTful API, Docker, and SQL, right? And then, or actually you should say that used cloud and then parentheses AWS, Docker, and SQL, and then the rest of them should be the same. So I think if you fix these and apply early, you should stand a much better chance. I think it's possible that there is almost too many keywords here. I don't think there are, but it's very close, and you can get keyword fatigue reading these types of resumes. So let's go to the next resume. This is a software engineering resume of a full stack software engineer. In addition, this is another Twitch streamer. She is awesome. Her name is NHANCODES. Check her out. She's really cool. I like her Twitch. She's got some cool stuff and some cool music. So this is I'm reviewing her resume. So let's look at what we're going to need. First off, we're going to need TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, SQL, React, API, REST, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, and any extra languages in Git. And in addition, I want everybody to know I am very tired today. This was self-inflicted. I stayed up too late playing a board game, which I should not have done. I am an adult, I swear. But this means I am probably going to miss some important things. And it's very important that your resume can get past a sick or tired or exhausted or distracted recruiter or hiring manager, because that may happen in the real world. So I'm probably going to miss some more obvious stuff today. And if this can get past it, it's going to be very solid. So, building architect turned software developer graduate seeking roles in web development, streaming full-time on Twitch to prove my knowledge, as well as sharing my journey with other aspiring developers. So, what you want to do is you want to switch this around a little bit. Okay, so formatting wise, this is close to what I want, but we're gonna go formatting first. Nobody really needs a professional summary unless they are switching careers typically. So what I would recommend is you not mention this. Really, you can mention it in the interview, and I think that's cool, but this is not something you necessarily should mention up front in the summary, right? So what you should say is looking to transfer from contract to full-time roles, right? That is something that you can put, and that actually is going to be very beneficial, because that way they know you're what you're looking for. Instead of contract, you're looking to go full-time employment at a company. Then what you need is your education should also be up top. Good, 2 lines. That's good. I don't know if you need the Bachelor's of Architecture, but you definitely need this. So then we have relevant experience. So launched and prototyped an ongoing user-driven web-based music application with an online community for real-time feedback. This is fine, right? Like this is okay to have, but we want this to be in this formatting. This is peak formatting. This is what recruiters want. This is what recruiters love. So, formatting is a little off. Let's go to the actual bullet points. Again, this stuff all needs to be in the bullet points. Don't do the little side one. This is a good summary, but what I want here instead is launched and prototyped an ongoing user-based web music playlist application with real-time feedback using, and then you can put like Node, AWS, etc., etc. This is a good part to put in your keywords here. Also, this should all be one sentence. It can be a long sentence. So, launched and prototyped a web-driven music playlist using X, Y, Z, and D, which involved an online community for real-time feedback. And ideally, what I'd want is these. These need to be in here, or they do not count. Design database schema, PostSQL. SQL is fine. Design UI with Pug CSS. Again, I don't know if Pug and DOM are something I was looking for a lot. That sounds really weird to say out loud. And allows you to sign in Twitch authorization. Allows other efficient with UB API. That's good. Unit test versus we're left sure using Jazz, deployed and secured applications using Ubuntu. This part is okay. Again, we're missing a couple of the keywords here. I really do want like TypeScript. I want JavaScript. I want CSS. We have CSS. I want HTML, and I need AWS is much bigger. So, and I know identifying Twitch chat, which is fetch playlist information. Again, I am missing some keywords here. Also, this should not be bolded, but this is actually good. So what you can do here is, look, this is where you can put in some more keywords. Instead of just saying lead coding sessions for peers, what kind of coding? This is where I want to know. When you're looking specifically for a job in the corporate world, the keywords are very important for software engineers. Also, sorry, my dog is doing weird things. He just rolled over weird. He's a good boy, though. So yeah, what we're looking for is this stuff. I need TypeScript. I need JavaScript. I need HTML. I did see CSS. I did see AWS. That's good. I did say CI/CD. I do need SQL though. SQL as well. So this is where you can essentially say like, taught other students SQL, blah, 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 blah. Again, that kind of thing is great. They would love this. They just need more information on it, which is kind of the whole thing here. Is the important thing about your keywords is it should be a what, how, and why. The what is the keyword, the how is how you used it, and the why is why it was done. This does not have to be a brag. So, would this pass? Probably not, but I don't think it's going to take too much work to actually make it into something that will pass. I think realistically it'll take you maybe like 30 minutes to an hour at best, and then you should have a solid resume because you're close to it. So yeah, and then the search should see, this typically is important. CompTIA is important in cybersecurity, so I don't know if you're trying to go into that or not. I don't know if I've actually seen that in non-cyber roles, but maybe there's other stuff. But this is all. You also need to tell me what these things were. So, couple of formatting issues, but more importantly, these bullet points are a little bit anemic, and I need a little bit more. So, overall, D-, but it's not going to take you too much to get it to a B-, and then we can start, making it better. So, overall, good first try. We'll get it next time. And again, stop by Non-Codes. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. It's NHANCODES on Twitch. And she's great. Let's go to the next resume. This is a resume review of an administrator. And the reason I put that in question marks is I don't know what administrator. There's like 1,000 different job titles with administrator, and they're all different. So, I don't know what these keywords are going to be, because is it healthcare? Is it not healthcare? Is it 1,000 other things? I don't know, and you would need to tell me. So please be more specific than just administrator. Your ratio is 100-1, which is not good. So let's see what we can do to improve this. Again, the only things I could really find were Microsoft Office, reception, customer service, and that kind of thing. So formatting wise, it's almost good. Driven, professional, intent-centered, meeting deadlines, providing support, and autonomous. This summary section is not needed. This skills section is not needed. Where's your education? Your education, maybe you want to put this again. The problem here is I don't know what types of roles you're applying to. Risk administrator. All right, provided reports with the process confidential data. So this should be these should all be different bullet points. All right, you cannot just have one floating at the top. I don't know why people do that. The summary bullet point should be here, but it shouldn't be floating. It should be under this. So fix your formatting of this, and I'll be honest, I don't know what exactly qualifications there are, because there's a ton of different roles for this, but it doesn't seem like you have keywords at all. I'm not sure what those keywords are. I know you said there was a gap here. I don't care about that gap. That's fine. It doesn't matter. My issue here is I'm assuming based on this you would have documentation, but I need to know what that was, right? I need to say provided reports in Word and Excel regarding status updates for X and Y. The fact is you don't tell me here enough. You are telling me. So the important things are keyword, like I said, are what, how, why. This seems like you're only telling me the how. You're only telling me that you were provided reports. You didn't tell me why or what, right? What kind of reports? Were they in Excel? Did you use pivot tables to do them? Were they in Canva? Were they in PowerPoint? Were they in PDF format? These are important things for administrator type roles. I don't see that. Develop and maintain accurate records. What kind of records? I need to know what kind of records and why they were important. In this entire thing, I don't know what you do, right? I don't know what a risk administrator is, and I still don't after reading this. You've just missed part of it. So there's not much I can do here because, again, the title was varied. but even then, I don't think you have the keywords. So you really need to find the keywords and put them in, and then tell me why you did it. You have the how, so that you oversaw this, and then, yeah, fix this part of the formatting. This should not be bolded, that kind of thing. So, again, this should, your bachelor should probably be up top. So that's all I can really do for this resume. There's not a ton I can do without the keywords, but this is feeling wrong. And again, I know you're worried about the gap. I'm pretty sure you're entirely focused on the gap. It's fine. The gap doesn't matter that much. You have another employment since here. You've already succeeded on that. That's okay. You don't need to worry about the gap. What you do need to worry about is that you don't have the right keywords or telling me how you used them. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a technical program manager. So what we're going to be looking for in a technical program manager is a bunch of stuff, but it's mostly this. So PMP or CSM, I forgot to add. Again, CSM is Certified Scrum Master. PMP is, I always forget the acronym for PMP. We're also going to be looking for maybe Microsoft Project, Visio, Microsoft 365. Actually, I think that's more of a non-technical manager. What we are going to be looking for is IT stuff. What IT stuff, you're asking me, Lee? The point is, it depends on which ones you're applying for. If you're applying for a SaaS company, they want to see you've done SaaS stuff, SaaS. If you've done like scaling architecture, if it's a heavy IT firm, it's really going to depend on the type. So ideally, I want to see that you have a bunch of this stuff. Some of them wanted you to code. Some of them wanted you to just manage people that code. Some of them did not involve coding at all. They involved SaaS. So it's going to depend. But the other stuff that they're going to look for is cross-functional, highly matrixed organization. Matrix is a version of cross-functional-ish. But not really. We just want to see highly matrix. We want to see matrix. We want to see stakeholders. We want to see customers. We want to see clients. And then most importantly, I need you to tell me a story of how you succeeded and managed multiple projects. So as a program manager, you are in charge of a ton of different things, but you don't necessarily have, like the Spider-Man slogan was, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, you have great responsibility, but very little power. So you need to show me how you actually got that responsibility done without having the direct reports. So, or maybe you did have the direct reports, in which case I need that. So, you stated that you specifically are looking for like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, high technology related project tech companies. I mean, I haven't directly worked for them, so I've worked for multiple Fortune 500 companies and in IT, but I've not worked for like Fang or whatever it's called right now. So, but specifically, it seems you've applied to about 100 to 75 to 100 roles and not landing any interviews. So, I can already tell why is your formatting is off and you don't tell me anything about this. So, I don't know how to look at this. What is this? So, MS Global Management. What is MS? I don't know. Experience with, okay, none of this works. Okay, where's your why is your formatting so awful? Okay. So, global strategy creation, created technology. What technology negotiations? You need to tell me what kind of tech that is. And you need more bullet points than this. I mean, this is not going to fly. No, this is going to fly either. AWS is fine, but I'm sorry, I'm just skimming this and I see nothing. Okay, so your formatting is awful. Your these are, I don't need any of this stuff. Okay, so you were a team lead, and then you did an internship, and then you became a manager. That one, it makes sense. I don't think that, I think this stuff can be left off your resume. Okay, you also have a master's of science. That's fine. A lot of you should have. Okay, your formatting is awful. This is a case of formatting is probably tanking this. This is how your formatting should look like. In addition, I don't know what, these are bad bullet points. There's not enough of them. I need a minimum of 3 bullet points under each job that you've done. A minimum of 3, and I want you to write them like this. The very first bullet point needs to be a summary of your duties that a 12-year-old can understand. In fact, I want you to imagine that you were called up to a kindergarten. They said, hey, Mr. Technical Program Manager, Miss Technical Program Manager, we're doing a career fair, and we want you to speak to the kids so that they can understand what you do. You need to describe your job so that they can understand it. Then I need keywords and qualifications and how you use them. I don't see that here. I barely see any keywords. I see AWS. I just see savings. I just see money, but I don't care about that. This is okay, but you didn't tell me what you did at it. So, yeah, you're going to have to, like, remake all of this. This does not work. Like, none of this works as a resume. So, make this formatting, and then I need to have some of this stuff, right? You need to tell me a story of how you solved a problem. Your job as a program manager is solving problems with multiple programs and managing them. I don't see how you manage those. I don't see how you did that. I barely see where the IT is here. All I see is AWS. And I don't know what vendor strategy is, so you may need to change this. Job titles can be changed. But again, job titles are, if you're changing your job title, it's okay to do that as long as you are comfortable in an interview saying, yes, my official job title was X, but I basically did the job duties of Y. Like, I was called a talent advisor once, a talent TA advisor, which doesn't mean a lot, so I changed it to recruiter. And I tell managers, like, yes, my official title was TA advisor, but that doesn't really mean anything, but our duties were that of a recruiter. So I want you to change it from vendor strategy to something that is closer to what it has, and I need bullet points. I don't even know really how to improve this besides just restarting from scratch, because this entire thing is giving me nothing that I need. Like, I'm not shocked you're not getting any interviews because there's nothing here I need. All I see is cloud, and I don't see how you did this stuff. So, yeah, please come by the channel if you need it, and I will help you out. But there's nothing here I would need as a recruiter to move you forward. The entire thing needs to be redone. So, next, resume. This is a resume success story. I love these. So these make me feel very good. This person has sent out about 150 applications and gotten about 78 interviews for it because they used my formatting and everything else. They are looking for general IT support roles, so help desk tier 2, desktop support junior, etc. The keyword list I have up here is not complete because when you get to like system admin, it's going to be dependent on what kind of system admin you're in, but I'm assuming this is going to be fantastic. So I don't know if there's any notes I can do, but let's see. So very, very minor note. I think this should be in front of this. Again, that's 3 lines. That way it just shows it right here. So it would be U.S. citizen in location in California. But again, a 1 to 25 is huge. So this is really great. Let's see. BS in tech, okay. Google IT, again, fine. Has it up here. That's got the stuff that I need. Provided 1 to tier 2 remote outsourced technical support for clients in Windows. Windows is 1, Mac is 1, Chrome. Operation of hardware, software, perfect. Documented troubleshooting steps in internal systems to enhance knowledge sharing and efficiency. Documentation is good. Utilize various ticketing systems, including Synchro, Jira, Autodesk, Halo. Yep. Employed RMM1s. This one I don't know if is as important. Nope, never mind. This is why it's management of the client systems. This is why it's less so this and more this. Create and maintain internal documentation in Guru to improve team process support. This is sort of the same one as this. I think you could either combine those or remove one of them. Administer using accounts in 365. That's what I'm looking for. Perfection. Azure, Entra, Windows. Okay, good. There should be a space between this and this. I know it will fit on 2 pages, but whatever. It's okay. It's okay if it's a little longer. Also, this should be on the right side, but again, those are very minor quibbles. I want everybody to know I'm not being like, oh, you did these minor mistakes, reject it. No, these are a fantastic resume. I don't even know if those changes like would go from a 25 to 1 from a 24 to 1. So very small improvements, but overall fantastic. Yeah, I like it. No other notes besides those very, very minor things. Congratulations. And now just apply to Volume, which it seems like you're doing. It looks like you're on your way to get a job. In fact, by the time this airs, you may have already gotten a job. It's possible. So thank you all for joining me on this video. I'm still live, so, catch me when I'm live streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. PST. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm here to help you out. And one day I will learn how to end a video.